everybody, how's it going? Well, today we're going to talk about the meat bird chicks. Just got 60, well I ordered 60, got 62 meat birds delivered in the mail yesterday morning, so they're about 28-ish hours old. We'll get into them over here. So there they are. Got their food and water, and looks like they're all alive still. Typically 48 hours is kind of where I like to make sure they're all still alive. It's not uncommon to lose 10% at kind of the top end, up to 10% in the first 48 hours or so. So there's 62 here. I got these from Myers Poultry. These are Cornish crosses. So last year I had Freedom Rangers, and the Freedom Rangers are red bird, a little more athletic, supposedly scratches around a little more when they're out on pasture, which is where these guys will end up in a few weeks, once they put in their feathers. But these are Cornish cross, and so they should mature quicker. About 10.5 weeks is what last year's batch took to mature. Ended up with about a 4.5 to 5 pound average on my dressed birds last year. These ones should hit that in 8 weeks is the goal, so that means less money spent on feed, and you could raise more in a year potentially, but this will satisfy all of our needs for the year. Usually I like to keep about 18 to 24 of these personally, and about once a month we cook up 2 and pull the meat off the bones and vacuum seal the meat. So we've got some meals, some chicken to work with on meals for the month, and that same evening I usually roast all the bones and throw in some veggies in a pot and make some bone broth. That gets us through the month as well. So yeah, they're gonna grow fast. They're eating and drinking a lot. I've already filled their water up 4 times, so we'll be switching over to a bigger water tank for sure. The food I haven't changed out yet, but about once a day right now is what they're eating, and that'll change too pretty quick. So yeah, cost of entry, there's not much to it to get into this. I got my notes here. So these guys were $1.85 each. After shipping and everything, they came out to $2.46 each. Once they put their feathers on, we'll move them outside into a mobile pasture. I have an electrified poultry net that keeps predators out. See, there's my scarecrow there. That helps keep the aerial predators away. And then I'm in the process of building, in my mess here, a portable shelter out of PVC and just a couple pieces of plastic corrugation roof sheeting. So that'll be a mobile sunshade, and also it'll help get them out of danger if an aerial predator does try to come in. So yep, they're doing pretty good though. They're awfully cute right now, but destined to be food here in a couple months. I feed them all local feed, and then they go out on grass. They have their feed with them, but a good portion of their diet, comes from what they're scratching up, fresh greens they're eating out on the pasture, and bugs and grubs. So the quality of the meat is just second to none. Once you've had farm-raised, home-raised poultry, you just won't go back to buying it at the store. I can attest to that for sure. So right now what they're brooding in is just a kiddie pool, literally like $5. Had to extend the height a little bit with this chicken wire, and that just helped me last year. About when they get to a week and a half, 2 weeks old, they can start to escape on you. I'll be replacing this brooder later this year. Before these guys are out of it, I'll be moving them over to a new one that I'm making out of particle board, OSB, whatever you want to call it, and a tarp on the bottom, and that'll allow me to break it down really easily. And I'll have a video up on that after I get it built, but it'll be modular where I can take it apart and store it really easily, and then the tarp will serve, you know, as the floor, but also I'll be able to cinch it up after I take the sides down, and easily transport it over to the garden where I can spread this perfect compost mix of brown wood chips and chicken manure, so it composts really well. But yeah, that's it for now. As they continue to grow, I'll keep posting some updates, and as we move through their life cycle and some of the different management practices that come into play. But for now, it's pretty much just every few days when the brooder starts looking messy, we throw down some more wood chips and adjust the temperature in here with the heat lamp height. Right now we're keeping them around 90 to 95 degrees under the lamp. The shop temperature, it's not insulated, so it does fluctuate. In the evenings it gets to about 60, and they kind of all huddle up around the light, and then during the day it warms up, gets close to 90, and so they spread out and utilize more of the brooder that way. So yeah, keep checking in, and I'll be posting updates over the next 2 weeks, or pardon me, next 2 months, as we move from hatching and brooding, getting them out to pasture, processing, and then you know, eventually in the freezer, and from farm to table. So anyway, check back later. Thanks everybody.